As the room fill up, be sure to smash upon the like button. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on. The name is Law Nation. We're going to talk about this Terence Steele contract, basically like an extension. Come on. We're going to talk about this one way or another.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Yup. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yeah. Come on. Good morning to you, and you. Come on. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Be sure, and I mean that, just be sure to hit the like, share this content, join the notification squad up. All of this is necessary. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. Hey. All right.
This is Sparta!
The name is Law Nation. Appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. So for those who don't know, now you know. My God, Terence Steele is now a very rich man, a very wealthy man. You know, he got his coins, he got his money. The man got his own paper. So that is a great thing, because we've been talking about this offseason, and he was one of the guys that I said is necessary for the Cowboys to go ahead and shore up and re-up, and it's necessary for them to pay him. When Terence Steele went down, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, when he went down, there was a guy that's got a 99 rating on Madden, said he was by far the best offensive lineman we had on the team. Let me repeat, he was by far the best offensive lineman we have on the team. Now, I don't know if you guys know more than Zach Martin, but if you do, state your case.
Let's go, man! Let's go!
Set it out, you know, because that's what he said. Now, he went from aluminum steel, right, to Terrence Steele. You know, year one, you know, in 2020, we all was like, hey, man, come on, man, what's going on? This man came busted through a wet paper bag, right? He was getting used and abused. Hey.
All I ask.
And he was getting all of that stuff. We were just saying, man, just keep the quarterback upright, man. Come on, man. You know, we was literally.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And there was only a selective few that the following year we started to have the Terence Steele campaign. Who remember, right? There was discourse amongst all of us in this circle talking about the Cowboys, by the way. I mean, it was literally, I can name on my hand, Boss Cowboys Sports, the OC, me, you know what I'm saying? And then there was another third of the organization, the Cowboys franchise people and everybody else saying, hey, man, La'el Collins, he's the right tackle. Yeah, who remember? But not to beat on the chest and say, hey, I'm right or they're right or somebody's wrong. But there goes to show you that you never stunt the growth of a man, right? You never sit back and say, hey, this is who he will be and this is what he will forever be, is trash, right? So when we wrong, we wrong. I said, man, I made a whole video dedicated to this brother saying that, hey, dude, La'el Collins cool and all, but he ain't better than Terence Steele. Reserve, you know. But let's look into the meat and the potatoes of everything, and shout out to him. Shout out to my guy Duke Manyweather for working out with this kid and always believing in him. Still fighting the good fight all last year. Fought the good fight all year before, and he jumped on. This goes all the way back to when the late night hype was here. There's the videos of me and Skywalker and Big Game James. We had an interview with Duke Manyweather, a very, very underrated episode. But, you know, if you guys go back into the archives and listen to it, he said it himself from his mouth, you know what I'm saying, to y'all ears, that, you know, this is like training for an Olympic champion, you know. You can't grade the guy in year one because it takes time for the development process to go, you know. And you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm paraphrasing. But this dude got these traits. He got long arms. He's powerful. He got strength. He got a good base. His kick slide is there. He just got to put things together. And lo and behold, that brother put some things together, didn't he? Shoot. Put it like this. In the year 2021, when everybody was going back and forth with the La'el Collins juxtaposed to the Terence Steele, didn't you guys know that Ezekiel Elijah Elliott averaged 5.5 yards per tote when he ran it to the right side when he was out there? But then they wanted to get cute and get smart and play musical chairs, dare I say, with the tackles. And, of course, he had some bad games. But look at the brother now. Shoot, undrafted. Yes, indeed. And Justin D, appreciate you. James Marcius, appreciate you. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. So let's get into the meat and the potatoes, because I know some people want to know the numbers and then get back to church or services or wherever they may be at. And they say, look, Law, I don't got a lot of time, man. What's the information, man? How much he gets signed for? Well, I'm going to give it to you. So according to Adam Scheffner, Cowboys right tackle Terence Steele reached an agreement for a 5-year, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 years. So this is good in our favor, because this contract is going to be dated in the next 2 years, by the way, because of the growth aspect of the salary cap. Okay, the extension includes a $50 million guarantee per sources. So he get $50 million, whether or not he played today, tomorrow, or in Pelican Bay. He's getting $50 million. I'm talking about the man got his own money. He got his own money. He got his paper, you know. $50 million guaranteed. And the deal has max upsides up to $91.8 million. This contract was negotiated and confirmed by Buckhart, you know, Eric Buckhart, how you say that name, from Rock Nation Sports. You know, Rock Nation is cool, but shout out to Law Nation, baby. But Rock Nation, I didn't know he part of the dynasty sign. But shout out to my guy, Terrence Steele, for getting that coin, getting that paper, getting that bread. If you guys, I seen some people when I did the static post on my Instagram, some people kick back, and there's nothing wrong with kicking back on the ideal of paying your right tackle, because somebody said that, hey, now I don't know, before I say this, I'm gonna lean on y'all. Where do this contract stand amongst all right tackles in the National Football League? Where does this time go to work? Yeah, it's time to go to work. Shout out to you, Owens. Appreciate you. Where do his contracts stand before we get into that? Because I want to know. I need to know. I got to know, Cowboy Nation. I want to know. I need to know. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Not everybody's agreeing. Shout out to you, Q-Dog. He says, I called it. I knew the amount I said. Okay. God, dog, appreciate you, bro. King Finesse says overpay. Hopefully it's only the 50 milli. Oh, boy, y'all. All right, so and then I got somebody said mid-signing, Mr. Wing, and somebody saying it's overpayment. Oh, and somebody, and maybe he was the same person that's on my. Give me 1 second. Let me set this up right quick so I can read all y'all comments. Appreciate y'all, man. Oh, my God, yeah. Ooh, wait a minute, dog. Wait a minute. Hold on. William Bailey says overpaid. Some people say, okay, all right, let's look at this right quick. And I hope I got it logged in. Hold on, let me see. Terrence Steele. All right. Let me pull them up right quick. All right, so out of 818 snaps, 6 penalties, he allowed 1 sack. Now, that's still a lot a high volume of as it relates to being a right tackle. There's still 818 snaps. That's not nothing to sneeze at. That's still a lot of good snaps right here. And in 2021, he allowed 8 penalties, 2 sacks. So in 2 years, he only allowed 3 sacks out of 910 snaps, okay? And we know we were playing the musical chairs. I believe somebody's going to pull up the Raiders game when he was put into that game and he got blown out by one guy. And then in 2020, ooh-wee, he allowed 9 sacks, 6 penalties, 970 snaps. So from year to year, one can assume that he's on an upward pattern, right? So let me know. Give me one of the other right tackles in the National Football League that you guys want me to look up. William Bailey, Mr. Wing, and the other gentleman, Finesse. I want to know because at the end of the day, the longer you wait, the more you have to pay, right? So if the Cowboys say, hey, let's not get in front of this deal and let's stay behind it. Keep in mind, the salary cap is about to go upwards. It's not going down. Even in a decline year, the percentages still grew for, I believe, 10 to 15%. All right, so somebody says look up La'el Collins. Okay, all right. Ryan Ramczyk. I can look. Let me look up La'el first, and then I'm gonna look up La'el Collins, and then I'm gonna look up Ryan. Because we want to do this properly in the right way. And I know where he stands, but I just want to see something tangibly. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't understand. The longer you wait, the more you pay. So La'el Collins last season, he allowed 8 penalties, 5 sacks out of 951 consecutive snaps played or what have you. Now, would you prefer to have 5 and 8 penalties juxtaposed to 1? You know what I'm saying? I need to know. I want to know. And I'm using the straw man's argument that you guys are using because I'm not even going to dive into the other stuff that he's lower in and the pressures allows and total pressures. We just going to talk at a surface level. We're not going to go too deep into this womb that I'm going to present to you. You know what I'm saying? All right. So every time, we have Cowboy news, we also have Eagle news, and we'll pull up Lane Johnson too. But let me pull up Ryan Ramczyk. Let me pull up him. Let me pull up the Ryans over here of the world. So we already know that his contract should be north of whatever La'el Collins got, right? And here's Ryan Ramczyk, right? So he played 936 snaps, 4 penalties with 3 sacks. And I'm not even going to go into details of pressures allowed and stuff like that. We're just going to keep it at surface level for what most of you guys do, right? We're going to keep it at surface level. And from my understanding, 3 years, he allowed his quarterback to get hit upon 3 times because I got another dime in my bag, when we start talking about this, because a lot of people, they only look at it from their level and from their knowledge of the game. And a lot of people don't pay attention to all things. They only pay attention to a few things, and that's okay. And I'm not finna beat you up over this because that is what it is, Cowboy Nation. But when we look at it right here, total pressures allowed was 20. Hits allowed 5. Okay. What if I told you that Terrence Steele didn't allow the quarterback to get hit 5 times? And that's Ryan Ramczyk, but that's a whole nother story. Let me look up the other person, Lane Johnson. Shout out to him. He's a legend. He is a gold jacket guy, I believe. We're going to keep it at that. I truly believe that my guy, Terrence Steele, is on an upward pattern, not a downward pattern. We've seen that, right? I don't foresee him ever allowing 9 sacks. You know what I'm saying? Again, in his career. Now, this is a legend right here. Lane Johnson, a phenomenal player for the Philadelphia Eagles. You see, we know how to give respect when respect is earned, right? And this dude, he don't allow nobody to touch Jalen Hurts. He don't allow no one. He is by far the most phenomenal tackle in this game. Crazy enough for us to give the plug and some of the love for the Eagles, But when we look at everything, he is solid. He allowed 0 hits on his quarterback, 9 pressures, and only 6 penalties. He gonna hold you before he allow you to hit him, you know. So those are the things that we hope that my guy Terrence Steele can become. And we're not finna pull up side by side who getting paid the most. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know Lane got that bag. You got to pay for what you get. Q-Dog, he says, Q-Dog said, and then we talking apples and oranges, Trent Williams left tackle, but we'll pull up Trent Williams too, William Bailey, because we talking about right tackle versus left tackle. All right, so he is the 8th highest paid right tackle. Great deal for a top 5 right tackle. Number 1 run blocker in the right tackle. Woo! See, I knew my guy Q-Dog. You know, Q-Dog gonna come over there, man, stumping with everything over here. With everything, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know he is accused, but he just got Q in his name, so, and he got dog behind it, so you better watch out for that dog. You know what I'm saying? You know, he says at right tackle, 10th ranked pass blocking, right? Top 5, 17 million per great deal. Coach Q. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to him.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, know I gave you everything I had. I gave you everything I had.
That's just what it is. Look, I get it. You can be pessimistic about it, but at the end of the day, this actually helps. Why, Law? Because you can spread the money out. You can smooth the money out. And on top of this, the Cowboys did put him on the block. They did. They allow others to really take a poke at him, and no one did. So the Cowboys, they worked their deal, and they said to themselves, I know for sure, I got a feeling that Tyler Biadasz may be next. Because this is why my guy leapfrogged everyone. Zach Martin was looking to his right saying, shoot, his dude finna get his payment. Tyler Biadasz finna get his payment. Shoot, hey, boss, man, put me in. I got to get paid. Oh, Mama Martin is not happy. She need new shoes. And lo and behold, he held out. And bam, he got his payment. King Finesse says Biadasz is gone. Why do people despise Tyler Biadasz? Why do people think that Tyler Biadasz is trash or something? You know, where is this notion that when Tyler Linderbaum was here in the draft room, a lot of people were like, hey, man, let's go get Tyler Linderbaum. Y'all been trying to get rid of Tyler Biadasz since he got here. You know, y'all don't like that dish, huh? What's going on with that, you know? Because I need to know what's this hatred toward Tyler is all about. Huh? Did y'all know that the people that y'all really wanted from the center's perspective, Tyler Linderbaum allowed more sacks last season than Tyler allowed in 2 years? Tyler Linderbaum had 3 sacks. Where are all of those boys that banged on the table saying, hey, man, I want Tyler Linderbaum here? You know what I'm saying? He allowed over 20 pressures, 26 pressures from the interior. I'm talking about Linderbaum. Right? Where y'all at? You know? Y'all be so knee-jerk ready to get rid of this dude for some strange reason. All right, so let me know what bad tape that you guys got on him. You know, I need to know. Let me pull up Tyler Biadasz, because he's another guy that you guys tend to just open up your cheeks and drop fecal matter all over the man. Like what's going on? Why y'all don't like, who y'all been listening to? What games have y'all been watching to showcase that this dude been sus? This dude been trash. This dude been like been horrid, you know? I get it. He may not be Travis Frederick. He's far from there, you know? But he's been solid for us. Like, what more do you want from him? You know, what do you want from Tyler Biadasz? What do you want him to do better? What do you want him to improve at? All right, so this was 2022. And let me go to 2021. This was 2021. He like, hey, I get it. 2021, I allow 11 penalties. So he gets better, and y'all want to get rid of him. He went from 11 to 5. Now, granted, I'm going to say that the pandemic year, let me go to 2020, because this is the year I think that everybody was kind of mad at. You know what I'm saying? He allowed 1 sack here, and he only had 427 reps. And he was light ballot, and that 1 sack, he did get mauled and handled real badly. But if you're going to judge a man off of his first year, come on, man. Y'all sniping at me. Boy, we got...
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Oh, my gosh, man. This dude don't even allow some... we got a chance. Shout out to my guy, Boss Cowboys Sports. We got a chance to talk to this guy numerous times. Me, West Coast Cowboy as well. And shout out to Inside the Huddle for allowing us access. And we got him. So he may be here. They working on a contract deal with him right now. It just, we got to come up with the numbers. Oops, I talked too fast. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. I just look at it like this. The offensive front, the front five, we got some reinforcement that's coming. We got 2 guys that we can literally say that if they can pan out, we'd be set for years. And those 2 guys, one name is TJ Bass, and the other one is Awesome Richards. If we get those 2 boys to just wake up and stay healthy and pick up this system, we set, baby. We set. Now, of course, for the near future, hear me out, Zach Martin may be that long tooth, but give me that long tooth, and I'm already talking about picking up Tyron Smith and putting him on the shelf, right? Because I don't foresee him playing for another 3 to 4 years. Now, he can surprise us all and be like a Robert Parrish of the football league, but I just don't foresee that. Alex says even Troy Aikman sucked starting his pro career. Yeah, man.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
You're right, but high expectations was on Troy in 1989 all the way through. Young Wilson, appreciate you. Good news for Steele. Let's go. Thanks, Law. Appreciate you, man. Come on.
No days off.
Come on, baby. And speaking of that, we going to have an ultimate round table tonight. Oh, my goodness, man. It went from a round table to a universe now. It's a universe. You know what I'm saying? Actually, it should be called multiverse. But we got something that's brewing for y'all a little later on tonight at 6 p.m. Cowboys time. Yeah, that's what CT stands for, Cowboys time, which is Central Texas time. So 6 o'clock, I want you guys to be sure to hit that notification bell, as you guys can see us all in the picture right there on the beautiful overlay. Shout out to all of you all. And if you guys can let me know if you broke down who all is who, you know what I'm saying? We got Professor X, we got Sky, you know what I'm saying? Luke Skywalker, we got Doctor Strange over there, man. We got the Joker, we got Storm. Boy, we got some people that's in this thing. We're going to set this thing off, man. Come on, man. If y'all ain't tuning in a little later on tonight, man, I don't know if y'all real Cowboys.
He ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying? Come on tonight. And we're going to have not just a good time, but a great time. We got an incredible Hulk over there. Boy, we're going to set this thing all the way off, baby. All right, so we got another super chat. Appreciate you, Q-Dog. He says, and I appreciate for all what you do for the nation, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you for your support over here. Let's go. Let's get it. He says, you pay top 10 linemen always at their position. Tyler and Steele are top 10 at worst in their position. Tyler made Pro Bowl vote by players and fans. Yeah. Now, granted, Pro Bowler Tyler Biadasz is what he's saying. And I'm not, look, and this is another thing. Just to be fair to my guy, Tyler Linderbaum. He's still young. His potentials, like offensive linemen, man, people fail to realize in the 90s, the early 90s, we had Cowboys offensive linemen. How many guys were drafted in the first round? That wall of Dallas, how many of those boys that you was considered, hey, man, this dude was drafted in the first round, man, look what he was doing. you know, I believe those tour days and also going up against that defensive front that we had, iron sharpen iron, those boys, shoot, I think somebody will give a spleen or a left kidney away to have one of those guys back on this team in their prime for the Cowboys, right? But what you can't do is say, hey, these boys were who they were when we won the Super Bowl. No, it took time for those boys to develop. DC for life, 727-184. Y'all got to get those likes up, Cowboy Nation, for nothing but the best. Come on, Law Nation. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Let's go, DC for life. Y'all listen to him. Man, I read that all backwards, but we made it through. I read it.
Let's go, man.
Deciphered it.
Let's go.
So y'all hit those likes, man. Hit that shared icon, you know, on this beautiful day. Common Sense Lab says the problem with some fans, they feel we got to be elite at every position to get the win. But we all saw yesterday, woo!
He ain't lying.
Coaching matters, man. It's for my guy Common Sense, man. What Primetime did yesterday, being 21 points underdog or what have you, granted, you can literally see with your natural eyes, that, you know, TCU had overall better talent. But what Deion Sanders did, he brought a butter knife in and wielded it just like it was a machete, right? And coached it up. And you still had some few people to ridicule and to say, hey, he's still not a good coach or what have you, and spit upon the man. And to say that it's all divisive and everything like this. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be transparent. I didn't like the fact that he left my JSU. I didn't like that. But I understood the bigger picture.
Sitka Charles, $10. Will most fools just be running their fingers across your keyboards practicing typing? You continue doing what you do for the nation, Law. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Sadiq, and shout out to the AI. The AI had to speak on that one. I appreciate you, Sadiq. And Texas T says, how about them Cowboys? Let me just say this. Primetime, I get it. He left JSU to better his son. I saw it coming a mile away, man. You know, hey, when he was sitting there saying Shadora Sanders is just as good as Bryce Young and all of those, hey, everybody scoffed and laughed at him. And I said, all right. When a man is determined, when a man have his mind set and put his belief systems into the right, proper ways, manifestation works. We speak life into things. Look, there are people that can get dirt on them, and the first thing to come to mind is, oh, I got to wash dirt off, right? If they get mud on them, the first thing they got to do is, or they going to want to wash it off and wipe it out. You know what I'm saying? And people fail to realize, hear me out before I go into my point here. Don't you guys know that when you talking about dirt and mud, right? Those are things that is considered nasty. Those are things that are considered things that you will have to wash off to be clean, right? Hear me out. Don't you guys know that dirt itself is by itself, but the residue from dirt is dust? The Creator created us from the dust of the dirt. And look at what we are doing in this particular space. You see, some of y'all ain't gonna like me, but turn to your neighbor and say, hey, I am a believer. I am great. I can do things because the Creator said that even greater things will you do. And if all I have to do is just believe in myself, he took the worst thing and made it the best thing. He took dirt, what most people think is considered nasty. Most people consider, hey, unclean. And he took the residue from that and made it creatable for us to live on this particular plane. Woo, boy, I'm telling y'all, man, you may not went to church today, but you're getting a word from Law Nation Sports right now. I am great. Yes, ain't that right, JV? Shoot. So when prime time started manifestations, you know, when he started saying, hey, my son is just as good as Bryce Young, he knew that JSU wouldn't get the nice, proper recognition, which they rightfully deserve. And shout out to all of the HBCUs out there. We understand. Look, and on top of that, Everybody say for the love of money is the root of all evil. But if you got to understand it, if you read a little bit further, money answereth all things. And by faith, Colorado offered a finite solution.
Randy Cadell, $10.
Let's go. Appreciate you, Randy. They offered a finite solution, and that solution was, ladies and gentlemen, I believe it was $29 million.
Randy Cadell, $10.
They didn't even have the money before they gave the man the money. But they knew that their people were rallied together to pay the money. Now, I love my JSU. I don't think we could come together to pay that man $3 to $5 million. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, you know, money do answereth all things. And if he can put his son in a better light, in a better situation, to have nationally everyone looking at 510 yards yesterday, ooh, sheesh. He didn't throw 500 yards at JSU. So that's what I'm saying. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't mind seeing Prime Time over here coaching for Dallas. Or Travis Hunter, or the kid Sedora, you know what I'm saying? Sanders, you know, have all of the Sanders over here. I was watching the game TCU. I was looking at it like versus Colorado. I'm saying, dog, even on the opposing team, a Sanders was running. Trey Sanders, I said he must be related to those Sanders. Come on, man, those Sanders. Somebody might need to change their last name to Sanders. Like, hey, man, I'm Brandy Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Brandy. Hey, Law, I was sad when Prime left HBCU. And I went to an HBCU, but I understood. Yeah, we all understood. like. Yes, indeed. Hey, man, at the same time, man, I get it, man. You know, Jackson fair, Jackson dear. I love my Jackson State, oh dear. Colorado, send that check in. Colorado, pride I'm in. Colorado. I don't even know their theme song, but that was pride. He like, oh, okay, all right, Colorado. He done made a remix of that Jackson Pride. Colorado Pride now. And now he over there with that doggone.
Give me my theme music.
Yeah! Come on. Hey. Come on. Here I go. Y'all know I'm telling the truth, man. I was mad as all get out. Because all I wanted to be the Southern and all I want to be is Alcorn. That's all I wanted, sure. That's all I asked. Lord, what do you wanted to do? What you want Jackson State to do, man? What my guy? Hey, Lord, what you want Jackson State to do?
All I ask
is for us to beat Alcorn and Southern. That's all I wanted, sure. DJ said, how about them Cowboys? Yes, indeed, baby. How about them? Prime got a lot of love for Dallas because they was one of the few teams that scouted his kids.
All I ask.
Shoot, yeah. For Jackson State, yeah. Here's the 1 million truths though. Back to our Cowboys. I think that finally we operating right. We still got another guy to pay. We still haven't left out CeeDee Lamb. We still haven't left out CeeDee Lamb, and we want CeeDee Lamb to get his paper. We want him to get his bread. But it may take a minute, though. You know what I'm saying? For them to figure out which ways, things to go. Tyler Biotis is next, Ultra Cowboy. And I forgot which pattern we were saying that we wanted to ultimately go, but CeeDee Lamb, Tyler Biotis, Parsons is next, you know. So Parsons, you can literally wait that thing out for another 2 years or what have you, but I'm saying you want to get in front of that. You want to be able to say, hey, Parsons, we really value you and what you bring to the table. and we want to get in front of it. We want to make sure that we're making the proper and right decisions right now. And technically, that's tongue in cheek, but you just want to get in front of it before somebody else, pay up their boys. And I think that right now, Parsons, and I know Parsons. If he was complaining about Disney World prices and Disneyland prices and stuff like that, like, hey man, they overpaying, blah blah blah. It's too much money. I'm like, dude, come on now. Hey man, help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? You up here already with your money. You know what I'm saying? And you complain about Disney World prices. Shoot, imagine having 3 or 4 kids trying to take them to Disney World at our salary. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story. I think Parsons is looking at Bosa and seeing what he's going to get paid, and then they're going to work from there, and that's just how it goes. And who's Parsons' agent is? Who's Parsons' agent? Can y'all put that in the chat, because I don't think that he's going to roll over and lay down for free, And shout out to Travis Hunter too. Let's not leave him out. Shoot, he can play defense and offense, and he'll put Trey Diggs. He's like Trey Diggs on steroids. All right, so who is Parsons' agent? $50 million guaranteed. Yeah, Drew Rosenhaus. Nah, please don't let that be his agent. That's his agent. Shh. Oh my God, he gonna get every coin he need, man. But shout out to Drew Rosenhaus. You know what I'm saying? Law, who's the artist for Run It Up? Nick, MBDH, Nick, I believe. I can't even say the man's name. You talking about this song? Yeah. David Mugata. David finna say, hey, dawg, I got business to run over here. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. David he's gonna do right by Parsons. He's gonna do right by all of his clients or what have you. But agent, they can't do as when my guy MBHD Nick. Appreciate you, Rev. So that's the Run It Up guy. Yeah. That's that dude. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is just be prepared, because he's gonna want best. He's gonna want what's best for his client, and he's gonna get that. All right. So
call my phone, hit my line. Only
early. Wipe the crust out of your eyes. Let's go. Let's get it. Come on. Call my line, baby. The 9 is Law Nation Sports. I want to know your thoughts. We're going to talk contracts, money, remunerations.
You are the only participant in the
Come on.
conference. All participants are muted.
657 390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. Come on. I got my guy from the 469. James, you're live, baby. Yeah.
Law, what's good, baby? How you feeling today?
Man, boy, we getting paid on a Sunday, baby. well, he got paid on a Sunday
morning.
Boy, hey, grandma prayers worked for him. You know what I'm saying? $50 million guaranteed.
Woo, won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Yes, he would. You know what I'm saying?
Won't he will? Come on, somebody. Woo! Boy, it just news is getting better. But I ain't gonna lie to you, Law. I called in. I'm still high off for yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Boy, hey, I gotta take all my hats off to Coach Prime. Everything he has done.
Yo.
Stepping right into Fort Worth, in the heart of Cowtown, TCU, Horn Frog County, country, and delivering the performance that he did, man. I mean, them boys was on the biggest stage, and they did not flinch.
They didn't flinch, man. Now,
Man.
I was looking at it. I was like, man, them boys literally could have been up 21-0.
Oh my goodness!
They shot themselves in the foot. They
Plays.
started off a little slow with that. You know what I'm saying? The block kick, of course, they gave life back to TCU. But when you look back at the game, them boys could have been up 21-0. But you know,
Unbelievable.
You can see the growth factor of TCU. TCU still is a damn good team. They shouldn't look at this game and say they don't have any chances. But you know, and vice versa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And what this is going to do? So we're going to have a resurgence of the Big 12. I came up when the Big 12 was it. This is going to be the resurgence.
Yeah. We're hitting.
Yeah, man. This is going to be the resurgence. And it's crazy. Colorado's going to be that spark, but it's going to help. It's going to help programs like Kansas. It's going to help programs like UT. And what's going to happen? What's going to be good for us is our programs that, you know, our UT, we already got Overshawn. What that's going to do, that's going to bring that talent pool. It's going to make us want to stay local a little bit more. It's going to make us want to stay local a little bit more, just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking at this future years for the Cowboys, man. This bodes well. This bodes well. You know what I'm saying? As far as our O-line,
talk to me.
Definitely need to lock in a Terence Steele, because if you look, I mean, the past few years of what he's done since we haven't talked about La'el Collins once since he's replaced him. The job that he has done coming in, filling big shoes, because when La'el was on, he was on. Him coming in, filling big shoes next to All-Pro, future Hall of Famer Zach Martin, to become a dependable resource for him and for Dak to hold down and get some of the best pass rush. Because I mean, when we look at the Eagles, when we look at the I want to say the Redskins, the Commanders.
Right.
When we look at now with the Giants, he's going up against some of the top pass rushers consistently, week in, week out. You see, and for him to do the job, this was well-deserved. This was well-earned. I would dare to say maybe we might have lowballed him a little bit. I don't know, but I ain't going to go that far.
Hey, bro. Hey, before I let the next caller on, we just got in front of it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we just like the equalizer. I saw that equalizer 3 last night. I said, dog, that boy Denzel, he ate it up that first series, boy. The opening scene. I said that doggone Denzel, man. Ooh. Did you see Equalizer?
Oh yeah, you know we pulled up, man.
Oh my God! Hey,
I don't want to spoil it for nobody.
I'm holding back on it. I'm holding back on saying anything, but man, that dude, he the truth. He's superhero for real. John Wick ain't got nothing on it. Appreciate you, bro.
You gonna start a fight now, like.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you. Let me hear you say it before I let you rock, dog.
How about them Cowboys, baby? Woo!
That's the energy, man, that I want from here on out, from all of the callers. I want y'all to bring that type of energy, man.
Damn!
You know what I'm saying? Because that dog Equalizer.
Sacrifice.
Hey, man, if you haven't seen the Equalizer, boy, all I can say
when
is,
you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud too.
Woo. He got some more quotables too on the third one. So I got my guy, man, Coach Q. You're live in the chat from the 469, just like James, man. Both of y'all from the 469. Talk to me, man.
What's up, Law?
Not much, man.
Man, you right. Equalizer was fire.
hey, that what it is that you don't have to rush anything. Just have patience, right? You know, that's what he had throughout the whole movie, just patience. And that's what the Cowboys need to operate, just like him, with patience and grace, man. What you got for the show for today?
So I was doing some research on my computer just now, and I was looking at it. The Cowboys, anytime they have a great offensive line, they always pay premium to 3 offensive linemen.
Right.
In the 90s, they had Larry Allen that they paid, Williams that they paid, and Nate Newton. They always have 3. So right now, we are paying actually premium for Steele and for Martin. Right. So the third one will have to be Tyler. We have always done in that history. So if y'all don't believe me, I don't have to make this up. Y'all can go and look in the 90s, Cowboys. You can go and look when Smith was making his money, Martin got his paycheck, and Frederick got his. And now, I mean, so when you have top 10 linemen or top 10 players at their position, you are supposed to pay them. Why? Because it's hard to replace a top 10 player. It just is.
Look, this is what we got. Byron Bell, we had Chaz Green, Doug Freed. It took him a minute, you know what I'm saying? I'm just naming some of the horrid offensive line play that we had throughout the years, man, that we kind of got to look at this roster and say, all right, cool. And when the Cowboys in their bag with their evaluations, I kind of leaned on a little bit, although it could have been that when Jerry Jones was playing O-line, they had leather helmets. But here's what I got to say. He at least played O-line, right? So he should be a great evaluator in being able to see what is needed when it's time for these offensive line guys to get things going. And I trust and believe, like I said, everybody else is set. We just got to have two pieces to stand tall, and that's T.J. Bass, if we need him to continue to grow and develop, and Austin Richards. I'm already out on Ball. I'm already quasi out on Matt Waletzko, but I do get the fact that they double dipped in that spot just for those reasonings. They drafted Tyler Smith and Matt Waletzko for those reasons. They double dipped for a reason because they knew the odds. Both of those boys weren't going to be top tier. Let's double dip. So nothing wrong with it, Coach. And I feel that the Cowboys are in the right direction with this.
And I understand a lot of fans wasn't able to see what we saw when we went to practice. Mm-hmm. And you said it there. We was watching the offensive line that we're going to have in 2 years. You remember at practice they had Austin Richards at left tackle. They had Tyler at a left guard. They had Bass at right guard. They had Tyler in the middle. And they had Steele at right tackle. Yeah. That's going to be your future line in 2 years.
True.
And that's okay, guys.
It's okay.
That's okay. And you're going to have three guys being paid, which that's normal for the Cowboys to do.
Yep.
So I think, I don't know, I guess it's been 30 years since we won a Super Bowl. Cowboys fans always do doom and gloom. How are you overpaying a guy? He's only making the 8th highest. It's not like the Cowboys made him top of the market.
Put it like this, Coach, before I let you go. If they didn't do that and they allowed this brother to play the entire year, he wouldn't have been able to get off of the 8th highest.
That's fact.
Even top 3. Man, I appreciate you, Coach, man. Thanks for calling in, fam.
Yes, sir. Bye.
That's good. That's a good call from Coach Q. Man, we rolling today, man. I got Keetra, then I got 100 grand and Swayze. So Keetra from the 469 been representing 3 in a row, baby. Talk to me, Keetra.
What's going on, Law?
All is well. Happy Sunday to you. Talk to me. What's going on with you?
I just wanted to call and tell you that I sat up and watched the episode of the NFC East Super Friends.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was in the bed laughing so hard. Why y'all act like that when that boy said he was like Patrick Mahomes? Why y'all act like that?
All I ask.
Because, man, it's too soon. And I get it. Sam Howell, you know what I'm saying? Let me pull up his stats or what have you. Because so many people is judging off what he did versus the Cowboys. That last game, the Washington, they want us to call him Uncle Sam now. You know, he was 11 for 19, 168 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Like, that is average at best. And when we were playing the vanilla coverage, because what Dan Quinn was saying, that he didn't want to give away. He didn't want to give away anything for the playoffs, right? And they wanted to test some things out. But my guy Louis T, he literally think, him and a few others think that Sam Howell is the next Pat Mahomes or somebody, or closer to Pat Mahomes technically than Trey Lance. When here's the craziest thing. I got a chance to talk to Trey Lance's trainer just yesterday. He was working out with him. He hit me up with some photos and videos. Don't you know who else Trey Lance is working out with?
Patrick Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes, you know what I'm saying? I don't hear Pat Mahomes working out with Pat Mahomes and as well as Jeff Christensen. So both of those guys all three of those guys are working out, or pretty much all four of those guys are working out with each other. But no Sam Howell. So how Sam Howell is going to be closer to a person that he's not even working out with? You know what I'm saying? That's the craziest thing. But I get it. I understand where they're coming from because they are the Washington team. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, the other thing that I was calling about is I'm like, I'm glad you straighten it up, but I think y'all don't straighten it out a lot. Everybody keep hollering about Parsons have to get paid. They need to know that it's not even time for him yet. They can't even negotiate with him yet. It's not even time for him yet.
Yeah, it's not time.
He just, he's coming down the pipe. But Stephen Jones did say after they got Trey Lance that they were trying to work on Terrence Steele and CD next, and they were trying to get them done. And they're going to need to hurry up because they also posted something the other day that they're trying to get Justin Jefferson done before week 1. So,
yeah, I don't know who CD Lamb's agent is or rep is, but I know that they are looking at Justin Jefferson, and then they are really thinking to see what can they do to either get similar contract monies or more or less. You know what I'm saying? So we'll find out down the line, Keitra. I thank you so much for calling in. Anything else you want to get off to us?
No, I was just gonna say David Mulligetta. He don't play. He's partners with Athletes First. He's with Todd Francis with him too. So that's manager or whatever. And Davis also Malik Hooker's agent. So he's just probably ready.
You ready? And how did I do on that Super Friends show? How did I do?
You did real good. You did real good. The only other point I think you could have made about the Trey Lance thing is that after 2 years, if they can get him to be QB2, if it don't work out, but they can get him or whatever, that they probably could flip him for a draft pick, and that would have been an investment too. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna have to keep that point in my back pocket. I appreciate you for that one, Keitra. Yes, indeed. Okay.
Yes, indeed. She on it. Who said lady don't know football? Shoot, ladies know football and shoot. She even gave me a point. I'm gonna use that and put that one in my back pocket. And that's what it's about too. Is we draft quarterbacks, we develop them, and if the starting quarterback's still standing tall, you know what I'm saying, we trade them. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm with the firm belief. And I don't care who the quarterback is, I would draft a quarterback every other year. I would literally, I would go around, shake that bag, like playing Scrabble. I'll shake that bag and see if I can reach down in there and get me a QB. That's the reality of it, y'all. And lo and behold, in the last 20 years, we got 2 quarterbacks that we didn't foresee being who they are. We didn't see Tony Romo coming. They got him as an undrafted guy, and they for sure didn't see Dak Prescott. And I think it's not in the last 20 years, so that would be collectively in the last 15 years, basically, if I'm rounding up. In the last 15 years, we got blessed with this quarterback situation. So there's nothing wrong. Look, they took a shot at DiNucci. He didn't hit, but there's nothing wrong. So next year, they don't have to draft a quarterback. But the year after next, draft a nuddin, 6th, 7th round or 4th or 5th round, no matter. Bring, my guy, Terminal VA says, brick by brick, let's build the Great Wall. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you for your super chat. Thank you so much for your support. I got my guy, 100 grand. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
My God.
What's good?
Listen, man. I didn't even know. I just logged on YouTube after one of those long nights. You already know what it is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I see Terrence Steele get the bag. I'm like, what?
Get the bag.
What?
Brick.
That's what I see on your screen. I'm like, wait a minute. What?
The man got his own money. He make that Lyle Collins look like a go herder. You know what I'm saying? The man got his own money.
Yo, listen, man. Wow, yo, you can't say now. You really can't call Stephen Jones Catboy now.
Nah, you can't.
You can't do it now.
You can't even call the man baby nuts, man. I'm gonna have to tell Big Game James now. He gonna have to develop the catchphrase because you can't say baby. Can't say toddler nuts. Maybe you could say elementary.
Nuts, you can't do it.
Maybe teenage nuts. I don't know. What's the step up? He don't have the adults.
He done grew up, man. He done grew up.
He grew up, man.
He done grew up. I got a feeling, man. The way that this thing going, I got a feeling. Would it be crazy if CD get paid during the season? Dak get paid during the season? I got a feeling it's going to happen.
Here's what I do know for sure. Dak got a hard cutoff, and it could be by just the way he's mentally built, right? That he don't talk negotiations during the season.
No.
So they got until Saturday. What Saturday is September the what? The 10th or the 9th? I forgot, whatever day Saturday is, to get that deal extension done. I don't think that his people is going to be willing to talk about contracts during the season. He's going to be locked in and focus in on the Cowboys winning every game and any game possible.
But here's the thing, though. Like you say, I don't think he's involved.
Yeah.
It's just Ty France. He's not involved. He's not. You just let me know what's up, man.
Yeah, let me know what's up.
Let me know when I need to sign.
And Ty France gritty too, though. That joke greedy. Let's call a spade a spade. He the one. He the one pissed off Jerry.
Yeah.
They had an agreement on the paper. And I know Jerry is old school. I know Jerry old school. Let's spit on it. Let's shake our hands, and then 2019, that week 1 went by, week 2 went by, week 3. He said, "Hey, that price of that brick went up."
Yeah, man.
And Jerry was like, "Wait a minute, hold on, man." Jerry was like,
"Get your damn act together."
Jerry was mad. Jerry, when you piss off a billionaire, you know what I'm saying? You ain't just pissing him off. You pissing off all of his friends and all of the connections he got. And that is exactly what happened. So that's why he was kind of like, all right, well, we'll see who's going to win and have the big stick policy. And that's what happened, bro. Unfortunately.
He know who he dealing with, but that's Ty France.
That's Ty France.
Ty France is. Ty France don't care about nothing but getting his guy that bag. That's all he care about. And he don't just do that with Jerry. He do that with everybody.
With everybody. So don't you think Todd France right now got the Birdman hands together because he represent Pat Mahomes? You know what I'm saying? I know Mama France, if he's married, you know what I'm saying, is just chilling somewhere in Belize or Bora Bora. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if it's 10 or 20%, whatever it was, but it's looking lovely with him, dog.
Yeah. Balenciaga, whatever she want, whatever you like. Whatever she want, Miss France, she got everything she need. Because Todd out there, sweat equity, out there rubbing elbows, shaking hands, got doggone Pat Mahomes a $500 million deal. Come on, man. Yes,
but man, all these people who say, "Oh, Jerry Jones don't pay nobody. Why Jerry Jones so cheap?" Everybody came out and said that when Lyle came to the table and said he want his money, and Diggs said he want his money. Oh, everybody, man, blah blah blah. I want to know where these people at right now.
Man,
where these people at right now with the crow? You ain't gonna hear them. They just gonna say, "Oh, well, CD need to get paid," or Dak, they paying everybody but Dak. See, they going to switch it. You know what I'm saying? They paying everybody but Dak. What that tell you, Dak is out the door. That's what, you see what I'm saying? But didn't you just post something yesterday talking about Stephen Jones said they trying to get Dak done?
Yeah. He did say that. That was kind of like trending news from yesterday. So what this now brings under context is that the moment that the ink dried on Terrence Steele, contract, that's when they said, all right, well, we already in the works for Dak. So Dak could get paid basically before
he could be
CD.
coming up soon. Because why Stephen Jones said that? Why did Stephen Jones just say that right quick? He ain't have to say that.
He ain't had to say a word about that. Man, you own the money with that, man. What else you got to say, man, before I let my guy on
Man,
next?
you already know where I'm about to go. What we was talking about yesterday, dog? You
Yo versus Prime. Man, Shador and all of those boys, man. Talk to me about that game, man. Talk to me about it, bro. Talk to me, man. What was on your heart with that? Because we both was like, hey, they started off really good. Hey, we're like, hey, pick it up now. Don't slip.
Don't slip on it. Don't slip on it. But okay, let me start some controversy. What I hit you up with first.
They
had you like, well, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
What I hit you up with first?
If my memory serves me correctly, you said them boys coming out looking sharp, looking good.
No, that's not what I hit you up with first.
Man, I can't remember, man. Man, I got 1,000 messages, man. Hit me up.
I hit Law up with the, why don't we trade that and get Shador? Because he looking amazing out there.
Come on, man. That's why I forgot that one, man. I put that in the man, I ain't gonna mess with that doggone conversation. Come on, man. I put that in the back of my mind. You know what I'm saying? Shador. Here's what I can say. Me and my brother Twin Maker, we both went to Jackson State or what have you. So we've been following this thing, and then of course he went to Trinity High. We right here in Dallas, but my brother's in Missouri. But I will say this though, he wasn't always looking the same, right? He developed. He is increasing and improving his craft. And what Prime is doing is Prime reaching out to all of the elite quarterbacks. He had put them in the Tom Brady camp, for crying out loud. And all of these small tips and things that he need to get going. My God, Prime got the resources for that. So is he better than Caleb Williams now? No, right? But by the time it's time for Shador to get drafted, he's going to be up there, bro. So Dak is already a 7-year starting quarterback in the National Football League, ladies and gentlemen. And I get it. Most people are going to think that, hey, we haven't won a Super Bowl in all of those times. Just wait. We're going to be in contentions, man, as long as we protect the front, keep him upright, and continue to add pieces. Everything works its way out. Yes, he needs pieces.
And that's the same thing with Shador. That's the same thing we said. If that line can hold up for Shador, listen, dog, Colorado gonna go some places because that line was a little bit shaky. And I'm like, and another thing, man, they can't stop the run either.
They can't.
They can't stop the run, just like how we couldn't stop the run last year. Colorado defense, they couldn't stop the run. All they had to do was continue to go up the middle, and that other dude, Sanders, that running back,
Trey,
he was eating up that middle, man.
But here's how football is an ultimate team sport. No way Colorado would have been able to win that game without Travis Hunter.
Oh, that boy.
And on the flip side, here's on the flip side, no way Travis Hunter would have been able to get those type of results without Shador. You see what I'm saying? So football, and then the masterpiece of it all, 100, and I'm keeping it 100, no way that team would be motivated and dedicated without the coaching process. And what the low-hanging fruit of the people mindset would be when they doing their analysis of this is saying that by face value alone, Travis Hunter will be Travis Hunter without a Deion or without a top-tier quarterback, or vice versa. So people don't understand that. People would never understand the totality of football in its fullness, that it takes a complete team. TCU stacked. They were the better team. But Colorado took the best advantages of the situations. Look, you got to have some type of coaching to get that level of Colorado play out of those boys. That's all I'm going to say, man. Right. But what else you got before I let you go, bro? Talk to me.
Put them in the right position. put them in the right position, and that's how you work. The same thing we talked about with Mike McCarthy. You got to put your players in the right position. Yes. But the one thing I want to say about Colorado and Travis Hunter, man, play both sides of the football.
Yeah.
And my only concern is, Law, and I'm going to say this right now, if he get hurt, Colorado might be in trouble because that's they Michael Parsons, man. That's they Mike. Every time I looked at him, I said, that's they Michael Parsons.
He saved that touchdown from that kid that ran that 74-yarder, man, and it was him playing through the echoes of whistle.
Around and picked the ball off.
He picked the ball off. So that's a swing of a god doggone 14 points right there, bro. You know. And he dropped one right in the heads. Two of them. Me and my brother was talking about this, man.
Shoot. Like you say, Law, if it hit your hands, you got to catch that ball, man.
Yes, twice because he had an INT that he could have had, but, you know, that boy had over 100 snaps, bro.
That through on the rope for about 70-something yards that he dropped.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But let me let the other callers on, man. Appreciate you 100. But you gotta
Colorado Cowboys over here.
Colorado Cowboys. Let me hear you say it though, bro.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them, baby? You know. Yes, indeed, man. So look, talent is talent, right? Look, Caleb Williams, what he's doing at USC is cool. Can you imagine him on Alabama's team? Oh my God. Woo. Jeez. You know, can you imagine him on Ohio State? You know, so, but Caleb Williams, he's a truth, man. Shoot, the dude, with the flick of his wrist, he was able to throw that ball on a frozen rope for 30 yards for USC. But Shedora, he's on the development aspect of becoming just as good as that dude, you know what I'm saying, or great as that guy. I got my dog, man, from the 908, Swayze. You're live on The Nation. Talk to me.
What's going on, Law? This is Swayze, the objective Cowboy fan here, giving an objective analysis. Remember I called yesterday, I said it was the most important game in black coaching history, and Deion did it. I won't be surprised you see a lot more similar culture-like coaches starting to become Power 5 coaches. That's how much important that is. I could see, one day Warren Sapp being the head coach. I could see, one of these strong personalities that's former NFL players that can give young black kids the knowledge and the identity that they need coming into college.
No doubt.
When college kids come from a certain hood, they can't adapt to certain cultures outside of where their environment bubble is at, so they fall place in obscurity, like being on the bench, not able to connect, not able to get the playbook, things of that nature. But when you have black head coaches who can relate to black young kids, it's very important to our culture.
Yes, man. When you have a coach with the influences of Deion, you bring out Michael Irvin was in the sideline. You bring out Warren Sapp. You bring out Gilly the Kid. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna hype that stuff up all over social media. Snoop Dogg, and Gilly, he gonna be like, yeah, and I told you about Deion, y'all didn't believe, you know what I'm saying? He gonna hype up the nation the best way possible, and kids that follow those boys and those influences, they're gonna say, I want some of that. Let me get close to what Prime is doing. And we see it at other levels, man. TCU's coach, Eddie George, he's doing that thing too over there for those, not TCU, but TSU, I meant to say TSU. Eddie George is doing it over there on another level. And we see it all throughout. I think Ed Reed tried it, Ed Reed was just being too real. That dog on Ed Reed. Ed Reed was just being too real, dog.
Nah, I get what Ed Reed's frustrations was for, because he felt like in a lot of cases, especially, of course, like my girlfriend, she went to Hampton, so
Hampton, okay.
I appreciate HBCUs, but in a lot of cases, when it comes to organization and gathering funds to, pay what certain, high talented people need to get paid, we have a hard time doing that. It's easy for us to get Lil Durk and all these rappers that come to homecomings, but it's hard for us to pay, young coaches a premium, like for example, Sanders. He went to Colorado and his contract was $29.5 million. They ain't had the money to pay that. Colorado was broke at the time.
Yeah.
But their funds, their boosters, the people that's behind Colorado, they end up gathering at least $27 million of that $29.5 million. And it's a shame that, you know what I'm saying, like, and trust me, Jackson State still doing a great job.
They do.
I seen the game last week, and they blew them out. But at the same time, why couldn't Diddy put the $1 million into their funds a year before to keep Deion Sanders? Like, things of that nature. Like, it's just something that we got to think about. And because at the end of the day, like, HBCU could still hold a purpose. It could be, you know, it could be the farming system of some of these Power 5 schools. Like, before you kind of get what I'm saying? Like, it could be like kind of like baseball. You know, baseball has, you know, amateur teams. It could be the same thing. HBCUs could be a farming system, let's say, to Alabama. And that Alabama could give them certain, you know what I'm saying, something that works something out in terms of like funding to HBCUs. So not only would that money spread out to other avenues, it could, you know, be life-changing as well.
Amen. You know, I feel exactly what you're saying, Swayze. You make great points, valid points, and the funding has been an issue, and the misuse of funds has been a whole nother conversation piece too on that level. And just to be fair, people misuse funds throughout all of these little universities and colleges and beyond. So not just the HBCUs, but I get exactly what you're saying, and the ability to give back too. You know, we are the you know, I'm the second generation to go to college. My mom was the first, right? And it's different, man. We dealing against people who 10th and 11th, 12th generations of going to college and giving back to those communities and giving, you know, and we just not made it. You know what I'm saying? So when people just not making it to the top, 9 times out of 10, yeah, they are giving, but also we still in that area, whereas you still got Pookie and Ray Ray reaching out saying, hey, what about me? We help you too, you know. So it's a different it's a different power struggle. It'll take me a whole different episode. Maybe I need to unite and have an HBCU talk panel, and we talk about the disparities and all of that stuff that's going on with those programs juxtaposed to the other programs in the world.
And also, I want to get into the Travis Steele situation.
Tell me.
And before I get to the Travis Steele situation, I mean, not Travis Steele. I'm thinking Travis Hunter, but Terrence Steele situation. Remember we told you we needed a quarterback that can be a racer to the team? The example that Cowboys, you know, fans of Kirkwood with Dak Prescott, the example was yesterday with Shedeur Sanders. No bad offensive line, no running game, defense is sorry. He was a great eraser with great accuracy and arm strength and talent. When we mention that with Dak Prescott, that's the example of what we're talking about. And that's what you got to do every week, but when it's time for you to put the team on your shoulders, you might not have a great offensive line that day. You might not have great talent. You might only have one talent, like, or you kind of get what I'm saying? Like, you got to
I feel you on that, but let's use this for example. You think Colorado, if they had picked up Kellen Moore as their head coach, and you still put the same talent out there, Shedeur, Travis Hunter, do you think they would have been able to beat TCU?
I think so, because the reason why I feel like Kellen Moore, the reason why, first of all, they got old dude from Kent State. They got old dude from Kent State who runs a vertical offense himself.
No way, bro. Ain't no way, Ain't no way, man. I love you, Swayze, man. Ain't no way Kellen Moore would have been able to motivate those boys to be ready to beat TCU.
It's not about motivating. That comes from the head coach.
Ain't no way, bro. Look, man, I love you, dog, man. I gotta go, bro. I can't take no more of this, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. No way, man. No way Kellen Moore would have walked in there as the head coach, as the play caller and designer, and been able to beat TCU with Colorado boys. Ain't no way, bro. He wouldn't have been able to do that. No way, man. Come on, man. Call back tomorrow, though, man. My dog, appreciate you, man. Ain't no way, man. I got my guy from the 585. You live, dog. You live.
Hey, man. What's going on, Law? How you doing today?
Not much, man.
I was gonna tell him with that Kellen Moore crap. I was gonna tell that man, you got 9 seconds to let me up out of here, or it's gonna be a problem because your man too close with that gun. And I feel sorry for your other man, his family, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, man, that was a great win for Deion, Colorado and Deion. I mean, Coach Prime, as he likes to be called.
Yeah.
and his young boys. You know what I mean? It was a great first game, great test. But I know it's a long season, so you got to take it one game at a time. And they had a great debut. You know, I wish them much success down the line. But to Cowboy news, man, Terrence Steele getting signed, that's a big deal for us because that certifies this lineup, you know, to where it's like now he don't have to think about the money anymore. He can just come back from his injury and just go out here and play. You know what I mean? Yeah. And try to become his what he was doing last year before he got hurt. With the Cowboys and there's people talking about Trey Lance is going to take Dak's spot and all that. Trey Lance has to learn the game first. You know what I mean? As far as how to play as a professional NFL quarterback. You know, he's been getting injured. He hasn't played that many games. I think Dak will be a great teacher for him because I really believe that Dak is, you know, he's going to be a little bit selfish, but I don't think Dak is going to be all the way selfish with this young man. And you want to see him succeed too. But, man, the way to the Super Bowl is through Dak. You know what I mean? Unless something happens down the line to where Trey got to come in because Dak's hurt or something like that, right? Or even Cooper hurt. You know, I really didn't agree. Me personally, I didn't agree with us keeping Cooper like that. I'd have preferred us to keep Will Grier because the reason I say that is because this is a new system, and Cooper looked good in the Kellen Moore
and the Kellen Moore style of system. You know, when Cooper, we're talking about Cooper Rush for those who don't know. Cooper Rush is a nice cerebral quarterback. He got his flaws and issues too. But the thing is, what gave him a little grace was the fact that when his number was called, right, he managed and he sailed the ship correctly. He didn't run it. He didn't sink the Titanic, basically. You know, he stayed away from the icebergs. But there's tape out on him now, you know, and people fail to realize once there's tape out on you of how to stop all of that, then they would do that. They know the type of passes that he can and can't make or what have you. That's why they didn't offer him to throw those hitches. Have you noticed that? If you go back and look at the game, they threw some comfortable passes that he was capable of doing. Not many outs or what have you. He can throw a beautiful fade ball, but you know, once the Eagles figured that out, they set on routes. That's why he threw those 3 interceptions, and they put a little pressure on him, so it rattled him. So we've seen flashes of Cooper Rush doing some great things against some defenses because Ram defense, they were no one to sneeze at. Cincinnati still had a top tier defense. They were no one to sneeze at. But what the equalizer was our defense, right? So
it was our defense in the running game.
Yeah, defense and running game. They ran the ball, and Terrence Steele was healthy. You know, Terrence Steele is one of those enforcers on that offensive line. So we contextualize all of that. And I get it. A lot of people will say, give the keys over to Cooper Rush. He's better than Dak Prescott. You got people that think that. But there's no team that makes a big playoff run averaging or being ranked at the 29th in offense. You know, if there's one in this modern day society, let me know. What was the last team to win a Super Bowl or to make a deep run or to even be sustainable enough with the 29th offense? You know, that's where we were heading. You know what I'm saying? So in the defense, the defense still was fresh and sustainable enough. Teams didn't figure it out until they said, you know what, let's try to stop passing on the Cowboys and let's just run it. You know, we might get 5 or 10 yards, you know, and that's when the teams figure out you can run it on the Cowboys defense last year. That's when we made the ultimate trade to get Jonathan Hankins in the mix.
My thing was the reason I would have kept Grier over him is because of the simple fact that Dak Prescott was calling the game, and Will Grier listened very well to this dude. He listened to Dak. Yeah. I wanted a quarterback here that had some of the similar traits, just like Trey do, and I feel like Will Grier do. They both quarterbacks that was mobile quarterbacks, and the 2 other dudes on the Trey and Will, they got big arms, bruh. You know what I mean? Pause. But my thing is like, take Will Grier's one preseason game and then go look at how Cooper was throwing the ball. Now, one time in there, one of those games was Cooper out there throwing lasers. This dude, Will Greer was out there throwing the ball. He was really throwing it, man. And I'm like, for the Cowboys to do something like that, I'm like, but I get it because he won 5 games for us when Dak went down. Yeah. I get it, but it's a different system, man. But other than that, man, I'm ready for the season to start. Can't wait to next week, next Sunday night to see the Super Bowl and these giant cockroaches.
No
That's
doubt,
all I gotta
bro.
say, man.
Appreciate you, man.
All right.
And good call from Tyreek. We got a super chat, and let me see if I can find it through here. And I appreciate y'all's support. And we're going to read all of the super chats that if I miss yours at the end, I'm going to go back and read them all. It says, Law, if I may ask for a seat at the table on the HBCU convo, and my narrative is there isn't a talent discrepancy, but a financial discrepancy. I mean, at the end of the day, you can argue that, right? Financially, these boys been getting paid money. Let's just be real, man. Cam Newton didn't go to Mississippi State because Auburn paid him more. And if you think I'm lying, look up Cecil. Look up Cecil Newton. And financially, I went to JSU, and the Egg Bowl used to be played at Memorial Stadium, right? And the Egg Bowl, for those who don't know, it used to be Ole Miss versus Mississippi State. They supposed to share the revenue with Jackson State in the city at Memorial Stadium. They said, sure, we're going to share this with them people? No, we would rather have less. So they operated under pure faith, and they took some money together and built their own small stadium juxtaposed to playing at a bigger stadium at Memorial. They played at the smaller stadium. The boosters got together, and then before you know it, that's when that first, I think it was a $1 billion contract with ESPN landed with the with the SEC. By them operating under faith and saying we're not finna split the pie with HBCU schools or what have you, to this day in certain programs, even if you want to graduate with an engineering degree from Ole Miss, you still got to come down to Jackson State, because the program was set up that way. But that's a whole nother story. I don't want to get into the money aspect of it. But by them being able to take that leap of faith, and this was many years ago, they were able to also take some of that monies and send it over to those people that they're scouting. Don't think that these boys are out there running around and playing at Ole Miss and Mississippi State for free. Don't think that some of these choices of where they go is for free. There's always going to be a trade-off with money. Money answereth all things. These HBCUs don't have that structure. And if they do that, then there will be a hater in the house, right? Why you think the Alabama head coach called that out when Travis Hunter went to Jackson State? Because of the money. He was like, wait a minute, hold on. You know what I'm saying? You hurting the plan. You hurting the process. Everyone likes the system until someone bucks it, right? Or to someone of a certain kind of caliber goes against the grain. And let's be real, Alabama, Ole Miss, all of those other universities, they won't be nothing without the minorities that's going there. And if you think I'm lying, go to any of one of those schools and ask them, hey, let me just go to the engineering program. What is the minority ratio there? But if you go to any of those programs, Ohio, Notre Dame, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, let me know who brings in the most revenue. Oh, not the majority, but the minority. The backs of all of these universities and colleges come from the minority community, not from the other communities. Football, sports is the all-time revenue generator, and nobody's willing to say that, but we don't get that revenue for the HBCUs. I wonder why. That's what it is. But everybody want to roll with Florida Gator until the truth start hitting it up, and then they say, oh, wait a minute. You know, that song used to be that type of song with epithets. Let's take that song away, because now the truth. You see what I told y'all about the truth? It takes its time to get out of the bed, to roll up out of the bed, to get on his shoe, put the shoes on and clothes on. You know what I'm saying? You know? But it is what it is. It's crazy. So where Prime, he went against the system when he started going to Jackson State and started getting some of those guys to commit to Jackson State and not committing to Ole Miss, Mississippi State. You know what I'm saying? Or Alabama, Ohio, you know. But that's a whole nother storyline. But we get it. And I understood. Shoot. Deion don't have multiple lives to live. He only have one Shadora. He only have one other Shiloh Sanders, right? He only have the other one daughter. You know, he don't have multiples of generations. So he's gonna do what's best for his kids. And I think everybody that's watching, you guys gonna do what's best for your kids, right? So that's why Deion ultimately went to Colorado. Do he really need $29 million? No. That was just the extra cherry that was on top. You know, but, you know, so I stand proudly, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm glad that I went to JSU. I'm a proud JSU guy. You know what I'm saying? They said that, oh, man, you went to JSU. Why you didn't go to Mississippi State? I said, I'm making just as much as somebody made at Mississippi State. I'm six figures. Yeah, I can make even more. I'm not even satisfied with that. But people will ridicule and sully and denigrate the HBCUs because all was pumped up, all those other colleges out there. So that's okay. I'm proud of mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna turn down my pride, but it is what it is. But it's okay to have pride at other schools, you know. But Illmatic says, Law, I'm proud of Terrence Steele, an undrafted free agent who we all thought wasn't going to cut it. But he keep working, got stronger, and impressed us all. Now he's a multi-millionaire. Kudos to him. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So with that being said, I got 808. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me. 5, 4, 3, 2. TP from NC, you're live from the 252.
Hey, what's up, Law?
Nothing to it, bro. Talk to me, man.
Hey, bro, Law, you got to stop spinning them laws out, baby. Hey, you spin them out too much, man. They brain ain't.
Right. Let me scale it down. I forgot, man. I had the meter turned up too high. You know what I'm saying? It's going to miss some people and then hit them 5 to 6 years from now. They're like, oh, yeah, damn, this is what Law was talking about.
Yeah, Law, you spinning it out too much. But like I said, you're right, though, dog, because the other universities won't be nothing without the minorities. They'll be just like, what's that movie that came out with, I think Carter going against the soda. What was that name of that movie?
Carter High? I don't know.
Yeah, and they asked the guys when they came into the bench, what do you see out there? They fast. You know what I'm saying? They fast. You know what I'm saying? Because if they had to go through an all-minority school, you know what I'm saying, and they had no minorities at their school, they couldn't handle it, man. They couldn't handle it.
No, you couldn't handle it, man. There ain't that many brothers, man. You walk around Colorado, I've been there before. You go in any store, in the room, you're like, hey, where everybody at? You know what I'm saying? Well, all these brothers that was on field, you know, they don't live there. They transported there, you know. But that's okay. I understand. I get it. But I'm not trying to make this a great divide, but that's just business, that's economics, that's all of that one-on-one. You want to get the best. In order to be the best, you want to go out there and find and go get the best. And that's right. Fortunately, in the world of sports, the people that look like me and the others are somehow the best in those respective categories. The best at running routes, best at catching ball, and the best at running in between the splits. That's just what it is, you know. But if Alabama, if they want to look cute, if Alabama, Ohio State, if they want to look cute without it, they won't be able to win. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they have to go out there. And see, people know. They look at basketball and NBA and football and all of that stuff. They look at that. They look at baseball. They see all of that. So they say, okay, shoot. In order for us to win, we got to go out there and get the best. And it'd be better for us not to be divided, but us to all look at this thing equally. The equal. Right. You know what I'm saying? The equality of it all. Yeah.
It's just facts, Law. It's just facts. That's all it is. It's just facts.
Yeah, it's facts.
But look here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hold you up long, but I would say this right here. I think it was a good move to go ahead and get Terrence Steele signed. We know we was always thinking about that, talking about that, you know. And I think that's a good thing. The Cowboys doing something now that, they're just not, they don't normally do. They're doing things they don't normally do. And like
True.
I said before, it's a different smell in the air. I think we getting it together where we can win now. You know what I'm saying? And I think we're there. I think we're there.
We are.
I ain't worried about Philly. And I'm damn sure ain't worried about San Francisco. You feel what I'm saying? I think we are. We're going to put people on notice. The Cowboys going to put people on notice.
Yeah.
Cowboy fans, Cowboy Nation, I'm going to tell you right now. TP from NC, watch. Just watch. And that, he's going to be in the talk for, MVP of the year? He's going to be in the talks for it. Watch what I'm telling you.
Man, all he got to do is, and I tell people this, is just win, baby. Everything else, he don't have to force anything. You got a stingy defense who pretty much in the last 2-3 years, they're going to get the ball back to you, right? So even sometimes your best play, and I just wish sometimes we just have somebody to come in there to speak to those boys, and I'm quite sure that they got somebody to speak to them. Sometimes your best play may be a punt kick.
That's right.
Punt it away.
That's
instead of 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20, trying to sneak it in there, squeeze it in there. Run it on 3rd and long, right? And punt it away.
Right.
You punt it away,
right.
and trust your defense and get things going. And on top of that, on the vice versa side, sometimes on your defense, your best job is to just play zone. You don't have to blitz everybody because if you can get them to 3 and out and don't rush it and try to get the sack on 3rd and 20, you know what I'm saying? Play your zone, give them the underneath, and then they punt it back to your offense. Sometimes you don't have to be ultra aggressive on your defensive side nor your offensive side. Let's go.
Spin it long. And look here, I'm gonna get on long, but I will say this much: I'm glad that Colorado won the first game. Everybody was looking at it. I'm glad, but I'm gonna tell you something. They're gonna have to tighten their defense up.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have to.
They're gonna have to tighten their defense up, baby. Because I'm telling you, 42. What was the score? 42. What was the score? 45, 42.
Yeah, it was way
like
up
that.
there. Yeah. You can't have a shootout.
They're telling me both teams got to tighten their defense up.
Oh yeah. TCU. TCU learned that last year against Georgia.
Yeah. You got to tighten their defense. Even Deion them, they got to tighten their defense up. But I'm glad they won. Hey, look, Law, I'm not gonna hold your line up. Hey, man, I love you. I'm glad. I appreciate what you're doing, and I'm sorry what happened with your family. I didn't get a chance. I don't know if I did or didn't, but I think I did to tell you, my condolences going out to you and your family. And keep doing what you're doing, Law. And I hope to see you when I come to Dallas.
No doubt, bro. Appreciate you, TP. Yes, indeed.
All right, Law. I'm out. Baby.
No doubt. I got somebody who wanted to know the updates on the contract. Here's the contract. It's $50 million guaranteed, stretched out over 5 years. I think that the contract was very resourceful for him and his family. $86.8 million is the totality of the contract, but on the upside, he got a max situation where he can get $91.8 million on his contract, and this was confirmed by Rock Nation. So appreciate Rock Nation for getting that deal done for Terrence Steele. I think that Terrence Steele, when you look at what he brings to the offensive line, when he got hurt, Zach Martin literally said that he was the best offensive lineman for this team or on this team. And now it's paying dividends. Like my guy, Coach Q says, Q-Dog that's in the chat, he said that basically he is a top 8 right tackle as far as his numbers say. And I think that the Cowboys did a great job of paying that man, rightfully so. And when we look at his contract based off of what he did in the league last year, he allowed 1 sack and right at 20 pressures, only 4 hits. That's not bad at all. And then the year before that, he allowed 2 sacks, 8 penalties. So the penalties that he had the previous year went down. And then I know a lot of people are very familiar of Terrence Steele's 2020 campaign, which was terrible from most people's eyes, but he was an undrafted rookie, and he stood tall toward the latter part of the season. I think it was right after the Eagles game that he had that wake-up call, and he got better. So shout out to Duke Manyweather. He's been working out with that guy. And if you look at what he brings to the table, he's a hard worker. He's a guy that's looking at this offense. Boss Cowboy Sports, we got a chance to talk to him when we was at one of the joint practices, and when they allowed us to get on the field or what have you, and these sorts of things. He was able to get out of him the hard work efforts that this guy went through, right? Yes, he got a little brace on his leg or what have you, but you can clearly see that he's mobile. He's moving around pretty well. He got strength. He can apply a band to his legs or what have you. My only thing is, do he have any notion that he can survive the whole season without any hiccups? We don't know. But the Cowboys are willing to bet on that, and that's what they did, and they paid that man. If not, $50 million, and I think they got some escape clauses within the confines of the contract. So I do like what he brings to the table. I got the next caller from the 979. You're live on The Nation. Talk to me.
Hey, it's your boy who is grateful, Christian Living Entertainment. You're in about that life as a movement. This music ain't just for save folks. This music is for save folks. And we call it freedom music because when you listen to it, I hope it sets you free. First, let me say what it do.
What it do, man?
President of the new media, Mr. Captain America from the DC universe, man. What's Gucci? I'm calling all the way from Bay City, Texas, man. Third generation Cowboy fan, first generation Law Nation fan, and card-carrying member of the This Is Our Year. What it do?
Man, that's dope, man. I thank you for your praises, dog. Who is grateful? There was some bars. You came in off the top rope with all of that, man. I really appreciate you, bro. Hey, what you got for the show today, bro? Talk to me, man.
Man, I ain't going to be here long, but I will want to say just real quick, thank you so much. I don't know if you recognize the name, but I'm the one that created that digital art, which, that when you're giving the speech at the end by Les, I sent that to you. You posted it on your IG. You posted it on your YouTube. You used it for thumbnails, and I'm a nobody, and you did that. I just want to let you know I appreciate you using that, and that was truly a blessing.
Man, you blessed me, man, so I bless you back, man, and I appreciate that digital art that you created. And, my whole goal is when you look at the About Me page on my YouTube page and some of my other sites that I'm on, is your source of inspiration, and I try to be inspiring to people, man, whether they agree with me or not, and this football, we supposed to have some type of discourse or of disagreement, right? But at the end of the day, man, whether you are a Cowboy fan or not, I just want to inspire. I want to motivate people, man. I want to get people to look beyond just a puddle of mud and know that even in the smallest sense of that, there's life in that puddle of mud, right? So that's just me, bro, and I try to bring that to the table. And I thank you for calling in.
I just want to say, respond to the Terence Steele situation.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a minority report. I think the biggest issue with the Terence Steele situation is that he hasn't really got the televised respect in news and the 3-letter and the 4-letter networks. They rarely ever talk about him. Then when you look at DC Universe, you look at new media, there's only a few of those guys who gave him any limelight. So nobody's really saying much about his accolades and what he's done and how much he's accomplished and how he's completely changed the offensive line next to the Kraken, our number one right guard in the world, Mr. Zach himself. So with that being said, nobody's really giving him the opportunity and the shot for people to really respect him. So I kind of feel like fans are looking back and saying, oh, we don't hear about him. We hear his name, but what is he doing? Not realizing if you take him out of our offensive lineup, we don't have the record we have. Our quarterbacks would have been in much worse situations, and we would have never been able to be in this situation of 2 12-5 seasons without still in the page.
No doubt, man. Hey, you spitting the truth, bro. I thank you so much for calling in with your analysis of that. Yes, you're 1,000,000% right. That, it takes a complete team, and you won't be a complete team without your right tackle, right? And without him making the sacrifices of working during the off season, try to get better as it stands, as the recovery stages, and the birth of all of this. So, bro, you 1,000,000% right on that, bro. I have no rebuttal to what you just said. And shout out to the community too on the round table in DC universe.
All right, blessings. Thank you so much, Law Nation. Jesus save. Peace.
Yes, indeed, man. Hey, don't forget to put down in the chat, man, where people can find and follow you and your content, bro. Don't forget to put that in the chat.
Word.
Or hey, you live now, so tell people now where they can find and follow you, bro.
All right, appreciate it. All right, well, you can find me on all social platforms as Who Is Grateful. That's WHOISGR8FUL. You'll find the Imago Day images with the digital art. You'll also find the report card where I'm following into the footsteps of my mentors who y'all listen to on a daily basis. And you will also find my daughter, YNG Praise, is an 8-year-old Christian rapper. Thank you.
Man, no doubt, man. That's what I'm talking about right there. Who is grateful, man? The small beginnings, humble beginnings, man, and you just never know who you inspire and motivating and pushing to the light and not away from the light. And I don't want you guys to dim your light, you know what I'm saying, to allow others to shine. Just continue to shine your light, because you just never know that you may be entering into somewhere that's dark, that's going to help illuminate that area so that someone can see. All right, so speaking of that, from the 808, you're live on The Nation. Talk to me. What's on your heart, soul, and sinew? Once, twice, 3 times a lady. All right, so those were all the callers, man. I got to bounce up out of here. Got to see some people out. But I thank you guys so much for being part of these type of episodes. Once again, Terrence Steele got his bag. Shout out to Dion, Colorado versus TCU. And let me say this, too. Shout out to TCU as well. You know, at the end of the day, these are young folks playing a game for entertainment, right? And some of them getting paid too. This new NIL agreement is allowing these young, youthful guys to get paid some money, right? And like I said, whatever you look like day one, try to change it if it's negatively for day 30, right? And you don't have to improve 50% day for day. Shoot for the skies or what have you, or shoot for the stars. And some people say shoot for the stars or shoot for the moon. If you miss, at least you land amongst the stars. But you know, that's a whole nother talking point. But sometimes you don't have to go for the big pieces. Just try to be 1% better daily, right? And then everything will start working in its good favor for you, right? Everything will start working out for you for the good. Some people, when they look at these channels and they look at everything that's floating around with the comments going down the screen that way and with the names being bursted up that way, that they want it now, right? They want all of this stuff now, but it takes time to develop these type of things. So work on yourself and improve yourself 1% at a time, right? 1% daily. And then you will look back and say, thank God I don't look like what I've been through, right? Shoot, thank God that now I'm able to elevate from this level to that level, right? For he gives the ultimate increase. But also you got to have your preparation and plan into the fact. You got to work on it. Nothing is given to you freely. And if it is, second and third guessed it. You know what I'm saying? Why? Is that a snare? What's the catch? I want to grind for mines. I want to work independently for mines, right? I don't turn down no handouts, but sometimes they are being controlled. Look, we hit over 60 million views. We do about 3 to 5 million views a month. 19 million impressions over here, just on the YouTube. It's another 10 to 15 million over there on Facebook. But not just by chance. And these are not braggadocious talks, because the increase comes from above and from y'all, because y'all know I'm spitting the real, right? Y'all know I'm giving you guys the truth. But at the end of the day, it means nothing if I don't take good care of it. With staying true to who I am and what we believe in. The journey to success. Most people think it goes directly like this, but there's a lot of peaks and a lot of valleys. In life, there will be many of those things too. There will be many shortcomings. There will be many no's. There will be many rejections. There will be many people say, hey, I told you. There will be many people say, hey, give up. There will be many people to doubt you. There's 100 no's until you get that one yes. There will be a lot of people that will ride with you when you're good, but they will talk about you when you're doing bad. There will be a lot of people that say, hey, how about them Cowboys only when we win it? My voice went away when I said that, only when we win it. But where are you when we are losing? I want the people that rock with me and roll with me when I'm at my bottom, when I'm out, when I'm laid out like Family Guy, when I can't really open my eyes to see tomorrow. I want to know who are those people who got my back, who say, Law, I'm with you, dog, win, lose, or draw. I want the same for those who will say with the Cowboys. If it's 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 27 years ago, we still gonna keep this same energy. There's a lot of front runners though. A lot of people saying, hey, they die-hard Kansas City Chiefs fan, but can't name you the quarterback before Pat Mahomes, before Alex Smith, right? They don't even know Joe Montana went there for a cup of coffee. But they die-hard Chiefs fans now, right? They jumped on to their struggles. Never. They only jumped on the success. I don't want my Cowboy families to be the same, because success is right around the corner for us. We got the right pedigree and the right ingredients. We do. If there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they mean or bring makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices, they turn those hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was, brother, I'll ride with brother, die for brother, roll with brother. The morals of life: live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take the decent man and alter his heart to seek to rip him apart. Those man or those fans you should never call a friend, because they bend the lies around the truth to meet their end. What are the truths? They don't want to know about that. They want to know the lies. And they would say, hey, we haven't won in 27 years. And they're not giving us the fullness of that truth. They don't contextualize the fullness of what actually happened in the last 27 years. They would think that this team is exactly what it was. We all know, for those who following this team, we're a different team than what we were 5 years ago. Totally different than what we were 10 years ago. There's better coaching now. One can argue that we're heading into a different light than what we were from last year, believe it or not. I always say this in closing, and my mom loved me saying this particular speech, because she too was a big Les Brown fan. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, a plan, and lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the very much thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty, you will get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go, baby! Let's get it!
Whoa! Give me my theme music.
Come on, baby. Hey, yo! Let's go, baby! Mama, I love you. Let's get it. Credits. Let's roll them. Come on. DJ. Be nice, baby. Q. Dawg. Let's go. Alex. Yo. Young Wilson. DC for life, not for short. Common sense. Sadiq. Texas. Tay. Randy, and Brandy. I love it. Travis, Smitty, James, Sticker. Come on, DJ. Papa, Peach, 187. Charge it to the. Come on. What you say, Uncle Charles? Come on. Hey. Well, oh, well, Cowboy Nation. Let me know, were there any, y'all know I gotta get this out. Let me know if there were any Eagle fans in the chat. Let me know if there was any Eagle fan. If you're an Eagle fan, put a blue, no, don't put a blue heart. Put a green heart in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. Or put your Eagle stuff up in the chat. I just want to know. Come on. Shout out to you, Troy. Fecal fans. Stephen White. Hey. Come on. Oh, we didn't have none today. Okay, good. Because I was about to play it. I was about to play it. Y'all know what I was going to play. I was going to play it. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lately I just want to run it up. Let's get on up out of here. One love. Come on. Come on. Shout out to y'all. Breaking news was Terence Steele. I know we talked about an hour about Colorado and TCU in prime time for your mind. Hey. Take a drink of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in. Again. A little later on today, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure. Check us out at 6 o'clock. Don't let it hit you, baby. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let it hit you.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Come on. Play it too. I'll follow.
Come on.
Wherever you go, wherever you
Sing it.
Right, this motherfucker don't miss. No, he's good. That motherfucker don't miss, man. He's good. In the heat of battle, he don't miss. No. In the heat of controversy, he don't miss. And another one. I think you were the one to love.
Come on, baby.
7 wonders all in one.
All at one.
All in one. Don't let the street lights hit you.
Can y'all recognize all of the DC universe? Come on.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Could I be on? Play it too. I'll follow. Wherever you go, whatever you do.
Okay.
The answer, I caught stuff. I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's the better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go Birds, fly Eagles, fly. Still Super Bowl chance for now.
Let's get on up out of here, baby. Until next time, baby.
I'm addicted to what you and I realize.